Hi, and welcome to Virtual Reality Motorsports. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. And if you enjoy the videos, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for further content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of that new content. So let's begin today's video. The GT40 showed that when a company the size of Ford decides to go motor racing in a serious fashion, their vast resources will ensure success. The first GT40s of 1964 had potential, but were unreliable in race conditions. 1965 saw the cars humbled at Le Mans by the Ferraris, but by 1968 Ford had the problem solved and the Bruce McLaren Chris Amon Mark II with the big block 7-litre V8 led home a trio of Fords. The 7-litre Mark IV took Le Mans the following year, while the 5-litre GT40 of Lucien Bianchi and Pedro Rodriguez repeated the feat in 1968. In 1969, Jackie Ickx and Jack Oliver maintained the Ford success story. The car shown here is an example of the 5-litre GT40s that won in 1968 and 1969. This car was originally powered by Ford's 289 cubic inch, 4.7-litre engine, a typical cast-iron pushrod V8 which in 1965 racing trim produced around 400 brake horsepower. By 1968 the engine had been revised with the Gurney Westlake cylinder heads. Displacement increased to 302 cubic inch or 5 litres in modern terms, and power output boosted to a reliable 435 brake horsepower, the original cylinder head gasket problems which marred its early racing career having been overcome. The GT40 was an immensely strong car in all respects. Its chassis strength came from a welded sheet steel center section, the distinctive feature of which was the two deep sills which held the fuel tanks as well as forming the main longitudinal structural members. The center chassis section also featured a hoop across the car in front of the engine, while the windscreen area was joined to the rear hoop by a central steel spine. The complete shell and roof frame together weighed around 300 pounds. The first GT40 appeared on wire-spoke wheels, which even by the 1960s were beginning to become obsolete for really high-performance cars. These wheels had the single advantage of providing good brake cooling, but they were replaced by wider Hallebrand alloys once the brake cooling system was improved. By 1968, 14-inch alloys were fitted. Although the GT40 was a heavy racing car, it did have some concessions to weight saving in the form of magnesium uprights. They were corrosion-prone and were replaced in the road cars by aluminium ones, while the solid racing bushes were replaced by the more conventional rubber type. Although the V8 engine was mounted behind the driver, Ford did not mount water radiators on the flanks of the car as on many modern mid-engine designs, but retained the radiator in its conventional position in the nose. The air passing through the radiator was exhausted via two large triangular vents on the Mark I GT40, but revisions were later made and this car, to 1968 spec, has a single large vent. The small upturned lip on the leading edge was added to accelerate the airflow through the radiator. So now that we have learnt a little more about this historic racing machine, let's take it out on track to Goodwood in West Sussex for a drive, then watch a replay to listen to its glorious growl out on track. The GT40 is a compact package, a car to put on rather than to climb into. The doors open into the roof, but it's a feat to slide over the wide sills and under the skinny wheel, avoiding the right-hand gear lever. The seats are ventilated and reclined but fixed, the pedals adjust. Visibility to the front and sides is fine, to the rear it's minimal. With a full race 289 cubic inch engine on 4 twin-choke carburetors, a GT40 is awesomely noisy and quick, yet really quite easy to drive. The V8 is unmistakably big, yet has lightning throttle response and enough torque to forgive any minor wrong slot through the tiny gear lever gate. It is possible to drive the car gently with an occasional blast of throttle to keep the plugs clean, but it is happier being driven harder. The straight line performance is massive by any standards. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes just over 5 seconds, 0 to 100 miles per hour barely 12 seconds, and top speed, depending on gearing, is over 160 miles per hour. At low speeds the steering is heavy and the gear change intimidating, but go more quickly, find the touch, and the car becomes light and precise. Ultimately the grip isn't that of a modern supercar on modern tires, but the ride is reasonable and the behavior feels remarkably modern in every respect bar one crucial aspect: the brakes. Thanks once again for visiting my channel, and if you enjoy this video then please give it a like and share. Now just stick around after this in Car Lab, and watch the replay footage and enjoy the sound.